Close. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton makes sexist comment to female reporter during press conference. Time. Amy Trask, Sarah Thomas, Jen Welter, Catherine Smith, Katie Soares. Any one of those women, and countless others, can talk roots, and whatever else you'd like to throw at them is a test of their football acumen. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that not every one of them, and, again, the countless other women, can talk circles around Cam Newton when it comes to the game he seems to think belongs in a clubhouse with the "No Girls Allowed" sign on the door. Before you start snickering or roll your eyes, let's revisit. Trask was the NFL's first female CEO, hired by Al Davis, who wasn't exactly known for suffering fools or hiring folks for fun. Thomas is the league's first female referee. Welter was the NFL's first female assistant coach, followed soon after by Smith, the league's first full-time female assistant. As for Soares, you can find her up in the press box at San Francisco 49ers games this season, part of Kyle Shanahan's offensive staff. So no, Cam, it's not funny to hear a female talk about roots, as you said Wednesday, when you tried to belittle Jordan Rodrigue, the Carolina Panthers beat writer for the Charlotte Observer, after she asked a perfectly reasonable question. It's 2017. And your response was as ignorant as it was sexist. Cam makes it really hard for people to root for him. Pic.twitter.com/COMUF0MGDL9UA Jasmine @JasmineO'Watkins October 4, 2017. The comments are just plain wrong and disrespectful to the exceptional female reporters and all journalists who cover our league, NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy said. They do not reflect the thinking of the league. Sadly, though, they still do reflect the thinking of too many people out there. Women have been involved in sports for decades now, at every level of the game. Team owners, executives, journalists, broadcasters. Yet talk to any woman in sports, and she'll have a story, more like 100, about the times she's been grilled about her knowledge of sports. Belittled for the questions she asks. Made to feel uncomfortable, or as if she didn't belong. Forced to defend the real reason she's in this job. It's exhausting. It's infuriating. It's offensive. And it's high time it stops. More organizations quick to react to Cam Newton's sexist comments. Newton to reporter: it's funny to hear a female talk about roots. Reaction: Newton is deservedly getting ripped for his sexist comment. He could make the argument that most male reporters have never played the games they cover, not at a level above what their female counterparts have, anyway, but that's really beside the point. Whether a person has played a sport has little to do with whether he or she can report on it, just as a business degree does not dictate whether someone will make a successful CEO. SCE Bill Gates. Better yet, see Enron's Jeffrey Skilling. But that doesn't matter to some, who act as if not having a Y chromosome somehow disqualifies women from being knowledgeable about sports. Newton might be the latest example, but he's far from the only one. Last month, Notre Dame coach Brian Kelly was both belligerent and condescending when a female reporter had the audacity to ask about his team's troubling tendency to lose close games. This occurred after the Irish had done exactly that, falling 2019 to Georgia in a finish reminiscent of their 7 possession losses in 2016. No to Kelly, who thought he was being so clever with his parting shot. A 1-point loss is a 1 possession loss. It's dumbfounding that, in 2017, we have to remind people that everyone in the workforce, men and women alike, should be treated with courtesy and respect. That a woman in sports media, or business or medicine or any other profession there is just as capable, just as informed as the guy sitting next to her. Maybe even more so. Yet here we are. Still. Though the Panthers put out a weak statement later Wednesday saying that Newton had apologized to Rodrigue, Rodrigue said he did no such thing. She even approached him after the news conference to try and clarify his remarks. Crickets. That will no doubt change Thursday, as the Panthers and Newton realize just how bad this all looks and what a terrible message it sends to women, who make up about half of the NFL's fan base, by the way. Odds are Newton will try to claim he was joking, that he meant no disrespect. But sexism isn't funny, and no one besides Newton is laughing. Follow USA Today's sports columnist Nancy Armour on Twitter @Narmer.